Okay, this is the lecture on the synchronizing the threads. Uh, we use the synchronizing of the thread when different threads access to a same type of the different information. Then it may be sometime that the some threads intercept each other and disturb each other's. So we use a process which is called the synchronizing process. When multiple threaded access to a same source, it is required that they not intercept each other. So we do a process which is called the synchronizing. Okay, this contains of the three methods. The first is called the lock methods, which lock the target thread. The second one is the cure or blocking the threads. Method of the new lock object is used to force thread to run the synchronicity. The optional blocking parameter enables you to control whether the thread waits to occur. When we block the threads, then the last we use a release methods. If we not release, the system cannot execute, and the system block that piece of the thread. Okay, we can also use the semaphore and synchronizing by using 0 and 1. For blocking, we set a 0 for blocking, and for release, we use a 1 method for occurring. Okay, do a practical example on Python. Okay, in this lecture we will do a practical example that how we will synchronize our thread that our first class is a car. Now the first step is from threading import and our class name is a car, and now constructor for car that available seats and the requested seats. And now put the condition under this constructor that if the self dot available seats greater or equal to a requested seat, then you should print this. And the subtraction is very important in all this process, because when the first thread is running, then and for the second that it should neglect, oh sorry, it should subtract the seats. Okay, let's now the create object for car at available seat, let's suppose equal to 90. For first thread, put argues like 15, that uh, in a first iteration that the 90 subtracted 15, then for second this is subtracted, and for this is subtracted. Now we'll start the threads. Let's see that run this program. You can see that when available seats are 90 in the first iterations, that the seats are available conform a seat number and a payment process. And now for second, like you can see that the subtracted 15, and for the next it is also like same date. Okay, now in this tutorial I will learn that how we synchronize. As I told in my last lecture, that synchronize means when the different thread access to a same data, then the possibility of the corruption of threads may be increased. So we use the synchronizing, that in this method we use a lock, a cure, and release the lock. uh, okay, now in here that we should write that starting of the lock, that self dot l started is equal to lock. Lock is also class from a threading module. And now secure the lock under here, that's self dot l dot cure. You can see that here. Okay, now for the next, that we want to lock this portion. And now here we release the lock. Here release the lock. That self dot dot release, and here you can see that. Okay, now again run this program, and the result are the same. And you can see here in here that it automatically printed this area like this, and that goes for the others. For a thread, first thread. Now in here the first thread is locked, and when it is completed, then it automatically release by using this command, and printed for a second thread. When this finished, then for a third this is this thread is started. You can see that the process is undergoing, that for the second iteration it executed this thread, and for the third iteration it executed third iterations.